to the ScamSlam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Hi, Miss Deb.
Hi, what's up?
Oh, nothing, you know.
Okay.
Coming to set the record straight again. Just waiting for everybody to get in here.
Can we please tap the live? Can we please tap the live? There's J Snack. Thought I saw just her over MJ's.
Oh, probably. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm so over false narratives.
Wildfire.
So I figured there's nothing best since it's brought to the internet. Let's put the truth out on the internet. Hi, Shiny Penny.
Neighborhood Watch. Hi, Amby.
I'm sure you'll want to hear this one, Shiny Penny.
Yeah, you make sure you stay down there, Neighborhood Watch.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm not upset with anybody. I'm just trying to get a truthful story out. I'm just... I hate narratives being spun to make other people look bad. Yeah. And I'm trying to do it in like a calm fashion where people can maybe understand it. So that's why I'm just waiting for people to get in here so we can... right? And Snark's more than welcome to be here as well. There is not going to be any fighting in my live. That's not usually how my lives go. I'm typically more of a calm person that can hold a conversation, even if it's from anybody that I don't even particularly care for. You can share it to whoever you would like to. It doesn't matter. I don't force shares on anybody. But this will be discussing what Snark was talking about this morning. But there's a few narratives on a few different platforms right now. So I'm just here to clear it up because I happen to be somewhat involved in it. You know, Deb, I was just looking at my picture. I don't know why ChatGPT gave me a halo.
I just noticed that too.
I don't know why. Yeah, it's very easy to get lost in it if you don't know. What? Yeah, it needs to be held up by horns. That's for sure. um. No, I was listening to Snark's live this morning. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay in there because I was working. Um, but I did ask her for a conversation. Um, and I don't know if it wasn't well received because of the way she reacted. Um, but I also haven't heard from her either. So maybe she forgot. Because I know she does have other things to take care of. But I've never had any run-ins with Snark personally. So I was more than happy to talk to her and say everything I'm about to say now, so that she can kind of get exactly. No, that's fine, Shiny Penny. And I'll always, I can always upload my live later so she can listen to it if that's what needs to happen, so she can hear it. I have no problem with that. But I've never had any run-ins with her. First, I'll address the easiest part. MJ, you're over there talking about spread love. Spread love is not in that Discord. I'm just putting that out there. The Discord that you're talking about, she's not a part of. So, just want you to know that first and foremost. That was the easy part. So we all knew that Breezy had taken ownership of the Discord. That was no news to anybody. No problems with anybody. There's 3 people here besides me that are in that Discord. They're sitting in the boxes right now. That wasn't a problem for anybody. It didn't become a problem until we found out she was sharing information that was inside the Discord with others outside of the Discord. She was taking things that were shared and sending it to spread love. And we were trying to get things to stop, whether that be with Bougie or anybody else. It doesn't matter who was trying. But somebody was trying. And the whole time, the whole Discord was just trying to put our heads together. How can we stop getting others getting attacked? Trying to come up with ways. But Breezy kept going. She was sharing information without our knowledge, and we found out about it. The best thing we could do at that point was to start taking channels away and deleting them. So, because we didn't know at any particular point what else could she get? What else would she use? And it could have been even people inside or outside of the Discord at that point. So we wiped everything. And then we left.
And mind you, there was proof that she was doing this.
Yes, there was proof. We saw the proof. We saw, and people did verify the stuff that they had put in the Discord. Was their stuff. So we knew it was stuff that was, not supposed to be getting out. We don't put in the Discord like people think. That Discord is not filled with people's personal information. Yeah, we have some screenshots from lives or something like that where people are talking, but it's not personal information. It is not like what everybody thinks it is. But to protect ourselves and other people, the best thing that we could do, because people would share pictures of their kids or, something of that nature in that Discord, we had to get rid of it. So we were protecting everybody. And there was only a handful of people, and myself included, that were doing that at that particular time. So it didn't look suspicious. But it was really just out of protection for everybody involved. We didn't come running to the internet to try to make her out to be a bad person. We didn't go attack her or anything like that. We didn't do any of that. We just dropped it and moved on. But for her to come and start telling other people a narrative that didn't happen is what gets me.
Where do you put it?
I don't understand why, and I'll never understand why. I don't want the answer of why. I just wanted to put out the truth. It might be as vague as possible because it's not really any reason for everybody to know, like, everything that's going on in the Discord, because there is personal things like about myself or Deb or Neighborhood Watch. We talk in there on a, like, we get to know each other. We consider each other friends.
I would hope I'm more than just a friend.
Well, stop it. Does anybody have any questions about it? Does it make sense? Was it like...
Spread the chat.
That's the thing that you don't understand. Okay? You say that Bougie doesn't stand with Florida Man if she's working with Smash. Okay. The thing is sometimes whenever you have to do certain things, like, take it like at war, right? Just because we might have a ceasefire with Korea, we come to an understanding, correct? But doesn't mean we're allies, right? It doesn't mean that we're going against our government, our president, or our other fellow soldiers. At the end of the day, she can go and ask for a ceasefire and still 100% truthfully be a friend and ally of Florida Man.
Absolutely.
And sometimes as parents or grandparents, you have to do what's best for your children. And your children do have to come first. So I want everybody to be clear. As much as everybody's portraying it, I'm still friends with Florida Man. I still am respectful to Florida Man. This does not change anything of how I feel about Florida Man at all. And I don't think any of us in these boxes over here feel any different.
Nope.
And if people don't like that, that's fine. Oh, Snark, I was just explaining what actually happened with the Discord. I'm sorry. I told everybody not to send you 100 invites. You can ask Shiny Penny. I told him that there was no reason to share. And I was also saying that if I needed to, I could upload this so you could watch it later, because I know that you have, other things that you might be needing. Yeah, I was just talking about the reason why the Discord broke away from Breezy. Yeah, everything's fine. I was just trying to put out exactly what happened, because I think out of everybody, I'm one of those, I don't like narratives. And I know MJ's over there talking about things, and I'm just going to put it out there the way it actually happened, with the best of my ability. And so that everybody can actually know what happened, because I know it hasn't been talked about. That's all. Well, like I was just saying, the only reason why we broke away from Breezy in that Discord was because she was taking information that others put in the Discord and sending it out to other people outside the Discord. And that is the number one rule in the Discord, is that you don't share information. And so the best thing that we could do at that time was we went and started deleting channels so that we could ensure that no other information was given out on anybody, any sides, including ourselves. And then we left. And it was a whole group of people. It wasn't just Bougie. It wasn't just me. It wasn't just Deb or Ambi or Neighborhood Watch. It was a whole group of people. We found out about it, and it was like a sucker punch, because she was supposed to be the leader of the group, like the Discord. We had no problem with her being like the owner of the Discord. I was watching your live, and that's why I brought it up, because the way it was told in the live, I just... Hello.
Hi, hon. See, I think you're misunderstanding. I don't know anything about that, like the part of that. I just know the part that Bougie included me in, right? Like what you're talking about, I did not hear that. All right. I'm not, I think people are perceiving me as defending Breezy, and um you might be taking that wrong. I'm not doing that. I can't testify as to what Breezy did there. I wasn't there. I was really, what I spoke about today was what was concerning me and Bougie and Breezy. That's concerning your group, like there, right? I understand what you're trying to tell me, but I'm all, I think you're perceiving what I'm saying wrong, or thinking that I'm defending Breezy and you need to tell me like what's going on in there. I don't think I need to. That's not what I was concerned with.
I'm just stating at the fact that the stuff that Breezy was giving out to continue this on was
Here's the
information that was
thing.
taken from
Okay,
the Discord.
right. But what I asked originally was to be left out of it. And do you understand that? I asked Bougie to please leave me out of that. That didn't happen. That's what I'm talking about. That didn't happen. So,
Well, I got to the point in your live where you were telling
but yeah, but right
Breezy-
now it's kind of, well, it's kind of right now like you're pushing the same narrative, and I'm not going to do that because I
how
have
am I pushing
I
a
have
narrative?
different.
I'm telling what happened. How is that pushing a narrative if I'm telling
Do
the
you
actual?
can you well, because I asked for proof from Bougie of exactly what Breezy did that was wrong, and nobody could provide me with anything.
You should already know you were in that Discord with Breezy and Spread, weren't you?
I was in a group with them.
Yes. And so you saw what
Yeah.
information was sent, correct?
What are you talking about? I was in a group with just Breezy and Spread, and we discussed nobody but Tech's husband. What are you talking about?
Okay.
What are you talking about? Go
I'm
ahead.
just asking a simple question.
I
Because
well,
that
I need you to
information was taken
elaborate.
from the Discord.
I wasn't in a Discord. I was in
No,
messages with them.
Breezy took that information from the Discord.
Did I put in the messages with me and her and Spread?
Breezy put stuff in the Discord call in the Discord with you guys.
When? Dude, I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about. Like none. I haven't been back
No,
to
I'm not
those
holding
messages
Snark
since
responsible.
I'm
not.
in. I don't even know what you're. I don't make it make sense.
I've seen the messages
Okay,
and
I'm
the
gonna say it.
information.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying the information that I've seen in those messages came from the Discord. That was our problem, and that's why we separated ourselves from Breezy.
You're talking about what specific pictures?
Hi, Mother Moon.
What specific pictures?
Hey, I just want to step in real quick.
Yeah, please
So,
do.
we were in a server together, and nothing was
Okay.
supposed to leave that server.
Was
It
I
was supposed
there,
to be
Mother
private.
Moon?
No, you were not.
Okay.
And anything posted was not supposed to leave. And during that time, we were trying to get this doxing stuff to stop, because this is the first time an entire group has been gone after. Like, usually Florida Man does one-on-one, right?
See, I kind of already don't like where this is going.
Well, I'm just telling you how it is. So we were trying to get it to stop. That's when Bougie tried to talk to Smash to
Okay,
get things to
I'm gonna
stop.
I'm gonna go. I'm respectfully, Mother Moon. You know I respect you 100%. I do. I always have. I've always listened to everything, but I've already heard this. This is the same thing I've already heard.
Okay, well, I can skip forward. So the reason why people are upset with Breezy is because while we were trying to fix things, she took information and weaponized, I feel, Spread Love, because she knew Spread Love would post it, which in return would make us as an entire huge group look bad
I
when
don't like
innocent
this.
people were getting doxxed.
I don't like this.
Well,
Hey,
I'm just
let me make
telling you
myself.
from
I need to make
what I've
myself
seen.
clear. I need to make
Mother
myself
Moon
clear.
was
Okay.
talking.
Well, I'm gonna leave soon because my granddaughter's here, and I don't really do this. So,
Well, I don't know what I'm saying that's upsetting you.
I'm not upset. No, I'm not upset.
Okay.
You're
I'm just
misunderstanding.
telling you how I viewed it, how I've
I
witnessed.
and I have
Yeah, we didn't like
different.
it either.
I have a different point of view. And I also have different information. Right. So, I don't really
Which would be
want to talk
expected,
about it
right?
anymore.
Because you're sitting at a different angle, right? I can see that.
Well, no, because I think you guys think I'm defending Breezy. I think you think my judgment is skewed when it comes to Breezy, and that's where you're wrong.
No, I'm
I
not
have a
judging
very
anything.
clear picture. Like, I know that's not what I'm here to do. But I see a bigger picture kind of here, and that's what I don't like. And it's okay. I cannot like it, and we can disagree, right? It doesn't have to be a problem. But
Well,
I'm
I have
here's my
to.
thing. Oh goodness.
I'm gonna have to add something before you get off, okay?
Okay, yeah, quickly.
Okay. So it started the night that Bougie found out someone was taking things out of the server, right? To do something malicious. I was in a box with Bougie, and I was like, no, I agree, this has to stop. We have to protect everyone here. We have to stop as a group. Well, that night, and I had full access to that server, my admin was taken away out of retaliation because I agreed with Bougie. At that point, I felt disrespected once I found out, and I left. That's my issue with Breezy, too. That's my personal thing.
Okay, that's fine. You can. I can't make you feel any other way. But I can disagree. I don't like this. And I don't like this for anyone. I don't like it for anyone.
Well, I know
Not just
who would like it.
Breezy.
know?
I don't like it for anybody. Well, I kind of feel there's a lot of personal feelings. I think feelings are hurt, and over that kind of thing. And I don't think you really want my opinion on how I feel about that. But I'm going to go because I don't really do this with her in the background so that people can
Okay.
ridicule her and me later.
No, I understand. You got to take care of your family.
I'm not doing this to attack Snark. I'm not doing it to attack Breezy. I'm not doing it to attack anybody. I'm just putting out the information so that everybody knows exactly what happened.
Right. That's what my goal is. That way, any questions are answered. There's communication. Because I know people hear different things, right?
Exactly. And
Okay.
no, I'm not going to put up screenshots of things that Breezy has shared because that would, wouldn't solve
You would be
anything.
putting out that information at that point.
Yeah. And that's what we're trying to get stopped. Why would I put that up?
And I
I
have
just-
to add, Bougie did stick up for Snark.
She did.
And the one thing I wanted to touch on, she kept saying narrative. Even down in the chat, she made a comment about how she doesn't like this narrative. This isn't a narrative. These are facts. Facts are, and the difference is, facts are statements that can be verified. We can verify what we're saying. We just choose not to do it, at least ways in a public setting where information can get spread or taken or misconstrued. And a narrative is a story that is based off of interpretation.
Thank you, because I am not telling a narrative, right? I am telling how I saw everything play out.
And if anybody wants to know, and I'll put this out there because, you know, I'm always going to be the person. Anybody wants to know, how do I know that those screenshots were given to spread, and why they came from the Discord? Ask me how I know that.
I'll ask you. How do you know that?
Because they were mine. They were my screenshots.
Bingo.
Thank you, Bird, for the gifts. No problem, Mother Moon.
Why was that info in the Discord? I will never, I will tell you this story. And people can hate me if they want to, because I know there's a bunch of people that do like tech on this app. Text information was not in the Discord, by the way.
Mother Moon wants to know, it can have you explain why you had the info.
Yes, I'm going to. That information was put there because at any opportunity, I have no problem doxing somebody that is on a registry or has been on a registry. Okay? I see it differently. The other day, I was in a Discord call at Aldi, and there's a man local to me. No, it wasn't private information. It was somebody that was on the registry. Or was on the registry, is on the registry, whichever way you want to take it. Anyway, back to my story. I'm talking about the stuff I know about personally, because they were my screenshots. I'm talking about Tech's husband, okay? My screenshots. Not talking about Smash's children, Smash's info, any of that stuff. I'm talking about my screenshots. So, who is Cheese Sticks? Cassandra must know. Oh, Skits. Can you get her out of here, please? That's one person I don't. No. I'm good. Thank you. Anyway, I was at Aldi and I was on a Discord call. And there was 2 children in a shopping cart. Their parents were walking down the aisle looking at stuff. Now, the corner of my eye, I see a man that looked very familiar to me. So I turned my head and I looked closer, and sure enough, it's exactly who I thought it was. And in a very loud voice, I yelled out, "Hey, there's a chomo." He was standing right next to a cart with 2 little kids in it. Ask me if I'm lying. I know 3 people in these boxes heard me do it. Neighborhood Watch was with me when I did it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'll do it in public, I'll do it on the fucking internet. Now, I have no problem giving information on somebody that is on a registry. They're on a registry for a reason. It's not for their protection, it's for ours. out here while I'm live, because I'm going to get ready to get off here, but I will put this out here because it has been the topic of discussion lately. I was a mod for ScamSlam. I was her first mod on her Discord, by the way. And if Chuck was in that Discord and called out in that Discord while the time I was there, think I wanted to fucking said something. He was there until the end of fucking August. He was